All right, I'm on hole number 4 of the 2020 Winter Major. I'm in Tuesdays. I'm in the opening round of the rookie division. Why do I keep thinking I'm in a qualifying round? I have no idea, but I am in the opening round. So let's go check out hole number 4. And hole number 4 is cracking me up. All right, hole number 4. Where is hole number 4? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. So hole number 4. Hole number 4 is cracking me up because, okay, here's what I'm doing on hole number 4. I'm doing a grizzly. I'm using a turkey ball. I've been on about 3.5 backspin, somewhere in that neighborhood. Maximum right-hand side spin. And I have on my sheet to try out a 10% wind adjustment because I found that during I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the wind is moving in this direction. I think. And I found like in the practice, I kept ending up over here to the right. So I knew that, the community's got on the wind stuff that there is an elevation change here and it's at plus 10%. But I always like to start the week off because I don't know if they're talking about plus 10% from here or plus 10% from here or where they're at when they're doing that 10%. So I always like to find out where it's at in my game. Like, do I need to do a wind adjustment? Because if I'm shooting from right here and I'm putting it in the cup and I'm not doing an extra wind adjustment, then why would I use an extra wind adjustment? Just because you see that stuff floating around does not mean that it's on the back side or on the B side of the tablets that Moses brought down from the mountain. So you have to figure that stuff out for your game. I mean, even when I'm on a hole and I'm making stuff and I'm going, hey, I'm doing a 10% wind adjustment, that doesn't mean that it's going to work on your shot with your clubs and where you're setting it up. So I kept ending up to the right. So then I started putting on the 10% and I was still off. I've made a hole in one on this hole 3 times on a grate to the left, which means that I should probably be doing even a more than a 10%. So I'm not exactly sure what the deal is. So I'm going to roll the dice and just go with what I was going with. And if I hit a grate to the left, maybe it'll go in the cup. And if I hit it perfect, maybe it'll go. I don't know. I'm still working on these holes to try and get these numbers dialed in so that I have confidence that that'll work. I'm going to take a grizzly. I'm taking a turkey ball. And I don't have a turkey ball in this count, so I'm taking a katana. What's important on that ball? The 3 side spin. That's important. And we're right towards max club. And I'm going to maybe do the 10%. I'm going to do a 10%. We'll do it. We'll see what happens. There are several of the holes in this tournament that I've hit greats to the left and I've been in the cup, and I've hit greats to the right and I've been in the cup, and I've hit perfects and I've been off, and then I made some adjustments and then I hit perfect and I'm off, and I hit a great to the left and I'm on, and it's weird. So I'm still working it out. And I do not normally like to get this stuff all dialed in my qualifying rounds. I like to progress as the week goes on so that when the weekend round comes, I'm peaking. And not peeking around the corner, but like I'm playing these holes. I've got the best. Like right now, if I play these numbers, I've got a serious shot at it. It seems when I come into the qualifying rounds or in opening rounds and I'm on fire, that I have no place to go but down. And some people, they can play those rounds over and over and over and over and over again. It's just like they never peaked. They're in a constant state of peak. That is not me. Okay. All right, there's max club. 3.5 backspin max. And that max isn't going to work. Let's just dial it up. Just dial it up. Right at it. 4.2, 10%, that's 4.6. Max club, 4.6. Try and hit perfect. Hitting perfect. See if we can get it in the hole. And it's going to be to the right. That's what I'm saying, is if I would have hit that great to the left, it could have been in the cup. So like pull wise, I actually should probably be adding on like 40%. And I will tell you that there was a tournament last summer. It was on one of the par threes that we were on. It was a very difficult par three, had a lot of movement on it. On the elevation charts that were going around, everybody was doing a 10% wind adjustment, and that 10% wind adjustment was not working for me. So I did a 20 and I was getting a little closer. And so then I took a massive swing at it just to see, like, so sometimes when we're doing those adjustments, instead of trying to eke it over and playing the clock game and going 1201, 1202, 1203, I go 1201, no, 1 o'clock. And so that you can set the parameters, and it's like 1230, and you can set the parameters so you can squeeze it down instead of having to go through all those numbers. So I took a massive swing at it and did a 40% hole in one. Next time I got on the hole, massive swing at it, 40% hole in one. I hole in one that hole 3 times, 3 out of 5 times in the tournament. And I was using a win number that was like way off from what everybody else was doing for the max, at Max Club. So this may be one of those ones based on the way that wind was blowing with a 10% wind adjustment. And like I said, I've made some hole in ones on here and they've been on greats to the left. Great to the left would have put me in the cup right there. That's a big wind adjustment. So I'm gonna change on hole number 4, and I'm going to put an X in that, and I'm gonna put a plus 30% at Max Club and see what happens. What's the worst thing that can happen? I'm gonna be on the green off to the left a little, so I'm gonna work that. If you keep doing the same thing, if you're not getting the result that you're looking for, and you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you're expecting a different result, then that's the definition of insanity. So if you're doing something out there and it's not working for you, you have to make a change. Just because I said, or Tommy said, or somebody else said that, hey, this is the way it is, that's not the way it is. That's the way it is for what we're shooting from that spot. If that's not working for you, make a change. It's your game. All right. Pro from Texas. Pros versus Joes. I guess I'm a Joe, but I won. All right, that was hole number 4 of Sharuba Springs, the 2020 Winter Major, and the opening round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.